Lawn's going to get watered this weekend. When it comes to your legal rights, the best defense is a good offense. Don't try to tackle the legal system alone, especially when it comes to your rights concerning Social Security disability. Attorney and president of the Deitrich law firm, Deitrich, is back here to answer your calls and questions and to talk about this at 644-9840. Good morning, sir. Happy Friday.
Thank you. Happy Friday to you. It's a great day to be a Buffalonian.
Yes. Now, you get a lot of calls about Social Security disability.
I do, and that's another reason why I'm here today to talk about that. People say, well, what is disability? Am I entitled to disability? And there are a bunch of different types of disability. The first type of disability to talk about is New York State short-term disability. And that's a mandatory program set up by New York State. There's only one exception, and that's a municipality or a school system does not have to provide short-term disability. But other than that, everybody's entitled to short-term disability. So if you're a woman and you have a baby, you go out on short-term disability, you get a little check from the short-term disability carrier. And that's something that people generally handle on their own. Then the next level of disability generally would be a personal policy of disability insurance, which you pay on your own. And again, you don't typically need a lawyer to handle that. Where I come in and where people call me very frequently is to apply for Social Security disability. And that's a governmental program. It's part of the FICA taxes that we pay, those significant taxes. When we get our paycheck, we have a significant amount that's taken out for Medicare and for Social Security disability purposes. So when you're applying for Social Security disability, you're applying to recoup money you've put into the system. So it's not like you're trying to get something you're not entitled to. And the first thing you have to do is be eligible for Social Security disability. And people are generally eligible when they've worked 5 of the preceding 10 years in a full-time capacity. So that's the first qualification.
Do these people have to have been hurt on the job?
Absolutely not. And that's a very good question. People call me all the time. Do I have to apply for Social Security disability because of a car accident or a workers' compensation claim? No. You can be disabled from any number of problems, and what disabled you is of no concern to the Social Security Administration.
Okay, good
Their
to know.
main concern is whether you are able to work in generally a full-time capacity in any type of employment. So the flip side of that is, does the doctor write a note saying you're totally and completely permanently disabled from work? Now, there are small exceptions to being able to be on Social Security disability and work a small amount. It's generally making less than $800 a month. And again, that's not a big concern when people call me. They're generally saying, I've been denied Social Security disability, can you help me? And I've been lucky because I started in this area with people who were my former personal injury clients. Well, there was a slip and fall that went to the level of them not being able to work in the future. And as a courtesy to them, I continued to pursue that part of the claim for them. And now I definitely take the Social Security cases, even if the person didn't start with me for the personal injury case or the slip and fall case. And when we get involved is when there's a hearing. Because if you're really disabled, if you're stuck in a wheelchair and you're taking a lot of medications, you can't concentrate, those types of cases do get through, and frequently you don't need a lawyer. But that's a small percentage of the cases. 95% of the cases are denied the first time you apply for Social Security disability, and that's when you need to contact a lawyer, and that's when people call me, and I sit down and talk to them, and my staff takes the information, and then the question is, what do you need to do to build the case? It's like any case that goes into court, but the Social Security court is a nice place to practice law, because you don't have a jury, you have an administrative law judge who's a lawyer judge, and he listens to the testimony and looks at the records and then makes a decision. So it takes generally about a year to 2 years to get a hearing after the appeal, but once you have the hearing, it's a relatively short and tidy hearing, an hour or two, and there's no judge or jury. You go to the building downtown, and I prepare my clients beforehand, a couple of weeks before, and we go through all the medical records to make sure we have the strongest case that you can put together. So if anybody has questions about that, I'm at 839-3939, and my staff would be happy to talk to you, and I call all my clients back personally.
I know you do.
If they have problems or questions. So we're available to take calls this morning if you want to do that.
In fact, I think we have one ready for you, Jed. Good morning. Hi, welcome. And who is on the line with us?
Yes, my name is Jennifer.
Go ahead, Jennifer, please.
Yes, I have a friend that was applying for Social Security, and while he was waiting for it, he took a full-time job, started working. He made about $3,000 a month, and then he got this check for $28,000, and he was able to keep the check because they said that was considered his trial work period. Can you explain that?
Well, under the Social Security system, you are eligible to try to go back to work. And under that trial work period scenario under the Social Security rules, you can actually accept frequently back pay for times that you were disabled before you went back to work. And then if you work for a certain period of time, you may even be eligible for future payments from Social Security. But if he's working full-time, full duty now, most likely he should contact them and withdraw his application, because Social Security disability is for people who cannot work in a full-time, full duty capacity. So if he's working in a full-time, full duty capacity, he really should not be attempting to pursue further benefits.
Jed, when someone gets an award like that, is that taxable?
It is not taxable depending on certain circumstances, so we can't get into all the particulars of that right now, but people generally ask me when they have a car accident and they get money for their lost wages from the no-fault carrier, they get paid back for wages they should have gotten, and then if they get Social Security benefits while that car accident was pending, sometimes they have to pay Social Security monies that they got back to the no-fault carrier. So there are many different interactions between insurance companies and the federal government, and those are very fact-specific inquiries, so we can't get into all those issues. But if you have questions, call my office.
Well, and that's certainly the reason why you do want to get an attorney on your side, because there's a lot of little different details, and every case is absolutely different. But as Jed said, because so many of them get denied right away and you have to go to the appeal process, that's what Jed is here for. So by all means, make sure you get the best representation for you in your case. It's your life, folks. The Deitrich Law Firm is there for you. It's 839-3939, and you may also log on to calljed.com. His new office is relocated now on North Forest Road in Amherst. Jed and his staff will be happy to call you back and to let you know where you stand. The Deitrich Law Firm, give them a call today.